To be honest with you, I've been mulling it over. Is it milling it over or mulling it over in my head about the way I feel about y'all, and I'm talking to all three of y'all. Starting to feel like maybe I don't deserve it. You know what I mean? I because I saw myself pop on camera with this. I don't even know what to call this shit. This is a cream. Who got the cream quilt? Who bringing y'all blogs in the cream quilt? But you know what? Don't even worry about that. No matter. Never mind all that. Why? Because I was raised by some pretty good people. And they instill respect and values and manners into me. And by the way, where are my goddamn manners? It's the 6 past commandments. 6 past dice here. Mr. Lane, if you need me. We back, baby. I saw a very disturbing video with a young lady with her priorities all out of whack. I think we get into just the end game of what the influence of social media has brought the women to. You know what I'm saying? Because what started to happen was the men and the women started to have different goals. And don't get me wrong, we all became more materialistic because of social media. But what social media did do is it holds up a mirror to our behaviors. Because now we can discuss individual behaviors. I mean, we really got a chance to become like the best people ever. But that's only going to happen if people make it cool to have values again, and intrinsic values. And maybe now that we're on the subject, I can maybe argue that that's one of the that's a huge thing that's missing in the women is intrinsic value. Because there's no label for not having intrinsic. There's no negative label really that women give to other women for not having good intrinsic value. Don't get me wrong. Maybe you might feel like, oh, if you have a bad situation with this person and y'all had a relationship, you might say, oh my God, they're a bad friend and whatnot. But those negative traits are not. You know what it is too? Women really only get punished for bad behavior when they do things that are bad enough to be crimes, and then they get thrown in jail. In terms of like being like punished in a way where it's like this is the complete inconvenience. You have taken an L. All right, and like we say on this channel, taking an L does not just mean taking a loss. It's the loss, but what lesson did you learn? Because there's a lesson in every L. You can't spell lesson without L. Come on. Anywho. I saw a video earlier I started listening to, but I didn't really finish it because I'm practicing for 2 battles right now. So, but it starts off talking about Instagram and social media's influence on the way people see themselves, right? And this pressure to be a perfect picture. And don't get me wrong, I understand wanting to look your best, right? But even wanting to look your best has to have its own context. You will be the most attractive by getting better at basically by knowing what makes you look good. Matter of fact, just working on you. Like for a man, right? Just grooming and being at a decent weight and dressing well will make him that much more attractive. Versus like, man, I don't know, dyeing your hair, getting tattoos, and I don't know, this thing is something that's permanent and a little bit too much. I don't know, a nose job. I don't know when men get nose jobs, but I'm just saying, you look better working on what's already you. No, you know what? I'll give you a better analogy. Let me give you the analogy that's actually on my mind. The analogy I always think about, I always bring it back to battle rap. Whenever we talk about anything, that's my thing to bring it to battle rap, right? And the reason why I'll bring it to battle rap is that it teaches you about what real creativity is and the things you can do to up the competition or get the lead or get the drop on your opponent. You need every edge available to you, every advantage available to you. right? And I learned that in battle rap, and also I learned, well, I had to take what my strengths are and keep building that strength, keep building it up. Your act is like everything is a muscle, but you want to keep building that up. You know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, it is. Keep building, and again, that's what becomes special about you. It's like when a woman got a pretty good shape and she just trained legs and back a whole lot. Okay, it don't matter how she started. Those yams going to be yamming. All right, the yams will always. Them yams going to be yamming. I swear, black men listen to yams. Let me tell you something. And so he talks about that, right? Talks about social media's influence. Don't get me wrong; it's on men and women, but we saw a huge increase in black women in general, but black women getting surgery, right? To the point where there's two surgeries that are very common for when you get closer to 40, you are more likely to have met a woman who's had some kind of surgery, whether it's a tummy tuck, whether it's a if you're lucky, it'll be a BBL. Most of the time, it's going to be that they maybe had the weight loss surgery, what else they have? Oh yeah, weight loss surgery, the tummy tuck, stuff like that. And growing up, you didn't really. I've only known one person who's had any kind of cosmetic surgery up until like a few years ago. You know what I mean? And it was my ex's mother. And this is back in like 2009. And she went and got a tummy tuck. No, I'm sorry, liposuction and got her breast done, right? And I never met no one who had surgery done. And again, it's expensive, especially if you want good work done, right? But here we are in 2024, and we've seen a lot more of this stuff. And where did this come from? And interestingly enough, what's interesting is, again, when we talk about these things from the perspective of understanding that, women are more socialized than you are, you men. So therefore, they know how to get you to do things and convince you. And not, you ever hear women talk about, yeah, like you had to make him think it's his idea. So women know how to communicate. They know what they're doing. But the smart thing is always to not be too obvious about whatever it is you're doing. And it brings me to the subject of what's with all this stuff, right? And then what we started seeing with social media too is women with a follower mindset saw this particular woman getting this kind of attention, and it started getting to a point where when you go on Instagram, everyone looks the same. And an interesting thing I've been hearing every man say is that women are getting to the point where you don't meet a woman and she has her own personality and her own way of thinking about things. Now, when you meet a woman, you're going to hear her going through talking points she's heard online. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that men don't do it at all and everything, right? But if a man is dishonorable, if a man is not making sense, someone around him is going to tell him, hey, that make no sense, or hey, you wrong, or someone's going to at least challenge him. Someone in his circle is going to at least say, I don't know about that, bro. And he'll have to qualify that. He'll have to make that make sense. He can't just say, nah, nigga, I'm right. I mean, it depends. He might be a bully. But anywho, in these conversations about why women, the weaves, the lashes, the claws, when men ask about this, they're always met with the excuse of, oh, we're doing this for you. But we're in such a brilliant time in existence where we can have conversations and really, we've never been as close to the truth and what people think and how they feel about things, because we never had a comment section. The whole world gets to write on the same thing, and you can live like right now, right? When they was doing polls for Jay-Z versus Nas, that's based on who called into the station. Doing a poll on iHeartRadio for the Drake versus Kendrick John, that's mad accurate. Mad people had to go there At least thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? That's a way bigger pool. You know what I mean? Pause. Sample. Pause again. See what my accountability is at? I never let y'all down. Anywho. And I guess what I want to get to is like, damn, men really love women. And this is the thing about where female nature and male nature can work against you. You have to be mindful of certain things, right? So for the men, a man wants intimacy so bad that if he is presented with the option of sex, even if the woman, first of all men settle. If you're a woman and you're breathing right now, someone settle for you. You're not perfect. All right. You're not like the only person they ever wanted to be with. Relax. All right. Have a sandwich. Relax. More refreshments are coming. Relax. And female nature, what can work? It's a female's nature to be selective. But if she's not careful, she gets too caught up in feeding off the rejection and, oh, yeah, he's not good enough. He's not, my value was so high that he's not good enough. His value is high, and I'm finding a way in my mind to say, nah, not good enough. If y'all don't watch that, well, actually, now we have a whole generation of women who have not watched that shit, i.e. Amanda Seales, i.e. Ebony K. Williams. And I need to also admit that that your picker is wrong, and also decensoring men is what led y'all here to begin with. I just saw a video. Matter of fact, let me play a little bit of this jar right here, man. Fair use. Don't be hating. Moon. So I just want to play like the first little bit of it.
Muscles in the neck renders them unable to contract, which lowers your shoulders and makes your neck look slightly longer. Despite the risk of muscle paralysis and severe pain, thousands of people rushed out to get this hot new treatment. But this is a very... If one trend of 2023 shows how far we've fallen, it was the Barbie Botox. Named after the toy's signature long neck, the procedure spread like wildfire on Instagram after the release of the film. A series of injections to the trapezius muscles in the neck renders them unable to contract, which lowers your shoulders and makes your neck look slightly longer. Despite the risk of muscle paralysis and severe pain, thousands of people rushed out to get this hot new treatment. But this is a very recent phenomenon. No one did this in the past. No movie made people do this kind of thing. And that's when you realize that the Barbie Botox is just the tip of a massive iceberg, a trend that's hiding behind the surface. You see, the plastic surgery industry has been booming for years off the back of Instagram and TikTok. Invasive procedures go in and out of fashion every month, as a young impressionable audience goes from one insecurity to another, fed to them by Instagram's algorithm. Meanwhile, celebrities and influencers work hand in hand with the industry, making promotional posts and boasting about their procedures and the results. As new procedures dip in and out of fashion, influencers target people's mental weaknesses and make a fortune drumming up clients for the industry. And now that plastic surgery is growing fastest among young adults, looking to replicate the inhuman perfection they see on the app, it's time we really expose how Instagram is quite literally changing the face of the world. At the time of its founding, it would have been nearly impossible.
I want to stop sharing that. And I want to share this right here. Now, I feel for the young lady. She paid to get some work done. And, it didn't work out. And, she's, just having a whole breakdown.
It's why you crying, because
I got a homegirl right now.
I wanted my teeth done. It's not about the money. Do it look like I need money? I'm hoping it don't. I know I'm black, but I'm hoping it don't. Baby.
That teeth too hard.
It's why you crying, because I trusted people. I seen the work. Y'all look at the work on Wonder Smile. I thought it was perfect. I paid $7,000, not $2,500. Please share this live. Please. Bro, I'm ugly when I cry. One of them is brown. I do not cry on this live like these people be doing, but right now my money is involved, my feelings is hurt, and these teeth is in my mouth, and it's no taking them out. I wanted my teeth done. It's not about the money. Do it look like I need money?
Yo, what? Why? What her mixtape at? Yo, she got a rapper chain. I mean, and listen, we're against all this. Now I saw those 2 clips because I want to show y'all where the priorities are at for the women, and the priorities is a lot in all engaged in this same fantasy. Y'all realize that you've never heard of people really getting veneers like that. When we was growing up, we didn't hear about people getting their freaking teeth done. I know maybe it was happening, but that wasn't a thing that like regular people did. That was like some Hollywood shit. Like these are the things that have made people say places like Hollywood and major cities and such like they're terrible places because again, this is where all the money is at. Naturally, wherever the money is at, you're gonna meet more people who may have had work done. Because when you got money, you could think about getting work done to your body, right? And until previously, that like any kind of cosmetic surgery. Not that it was limited to rich people, but you had to have bread, like thousands of dollars. But this was also interesting about priorities and how far, basically how you'll change your life and find ways to make things happen when you really want to. And the fact that these women can find money for these stupid ass surgeries tells you that you're capable of having some kind of discipline or knowing how to make something happen. And another aspect of the skullduggery is that, if you really think about it, a lot of this stuff, according to the women, is so that they can have a lifestyle where you don't really do shit, where you trick the man into doing all of the work outside in the world, even though you can go work. That's another aspect of this, and social media has also influenced women to think that a relationship is not worth being in if it's not one where you become royalty. And it's like, I don't know, but my overarching point I want to get to about female and male nature is that, man, men want to love you the way you are. I was talking to a young lady today, who seemed to get pretty about a day. We was having a conversation and I realized she had no makeup on. I mean, and it's like when women don't wear makeup or as much makeup or don't wear as much, much hair, or just try not to really do all the shit you see. Like that girl in that video, the eyebrows, nah, I'm not fucking with the brows, man. I don't think no man. It's like, you just whatever you have, just wear that. Right. Another thing was like lack of priorities, man. No disrespect, but I'm like, well, when you want to work on your weight before you go put fake teeth in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, that girl right there will be so much prettier, 30 pounds lighter. People don't realize, you morph into a different person when you too fat, and a lot of this stuff too is kind of based around people not being able to control what they eat. Men want to see you the way you are. This surgery stuff, listen. The thing about if you at the end of the day, it's like, you wind up here by not being able to tell yourself no. And you also, and again, this also proves how you need a man around you, because women are not able to maintain a long line of logic where they think 10 steps ahead. Because if I thought 10 steps ahead, y'all ever thought about, okay, what is this going to do to my body? You know what I'm saying? Or women who be wearing wigs and stuff like that. They really don't think about, does my man want to see me walk around with some nasty braids in my head when we home? I'm saying like these bras don't even put a wave cap on, nothing like that. They just walk around. I remember I had an ex, her mother would walk around with her wig braids out. That shit was mad uncomfortable. Like heebie-jeebies. Oof. Anywho, the men want to love you the way you are, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. There are so many women I've met who are not actually attractive like they real pretty. But being attracted, a lot of it has to do, for the most part, yo, if you're in decent shape, right? Like, it start with that. If you're in decent shape, you know what I'm saying, you present yourself well, and like, yo, now more than ever, yo, you can become fine. Because now we know, like, yo, working out makes you fine. It's only me ugly people that because they work out, they are finer because they work out. All right. So it's all about you working with what you got. You make the most out of what you got first before you start adding stuff. I'm like, man, I'm looking at old girl neck. I'm like, goodness, man, you need to address that neck first. She got more neck than me. Got more neck than body. I'm just saying, y'all got to work on your necks and your backs before you do all this stuff. Priorities is just all out of whack. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is like, I don't know, man. Y'all really starting to. I'm starting to realize that y'all broads is a bunch of CBD salesmen. All right, you get so like caught up in trying to sell me on this expensive CBD. You know what I mean? And it's all based off the fact that I don't understand that it's hemp oil, and I could buy it for $10 on Amazon. Ain't that crazy? Anywho, that's enough bars on that, man. 6 Pass Dice, Mr. Lane. If you need me, please like, share, subscribe. Let my video run in the background, son. Just let it play. Do you know that when you support 6 Pass Dice, I'm saying that you are feeding some children, you are helping the community, you're doing so much good in the world. You understand that? I don't think you do. Let my stuff play in the background, bro. Let my video play in the background. Sis, you ain't gotta turn it. Don't turn it off. Play it again. Play it again. 6 Pass Dice here, Mr. Lane. If you need me, man, I'm gonna see y'all later. All right.